Recharge. Happy Tuesday. How is everything going this evening? I'm super excited to be here with you tonight talking about clarity in the art of clarity. I'm Sarah Nolan, and I'm the founder of Recharge, and I'm here talking with you guys about why it is so important to have clarity in your business. And it probably sounds obvious when I'm saying that, but I'm going to talk about some things tonight that are maybe unexpected. Maybe it's something that you haven't really thought about before. So I'm really excited for that. Hey, Dana. So just let me know, can you hear my audio? Can you see the video okay? Everything look good? I just did a what's it called? Like a re-imaging of my computer. My husband is a computer genius, and he did that for me. He re-imaged my computer. So now I've got to like reinstall everything and get everything set back up. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Awesome. Thank you. So and tell me, Dana, why do you think clarity is so important for a business and business owners? In your opinion, like what you've experienced so far, why is it so important to be able to access clarity on a regular basis? And you can also say, you can kind of switch it around and say, what is the danger of not having clarity? This is super important. And some of the most successful people in business make this a priority. I'm just thinking back to, the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He talks about, I can't remember what chapter it is, but he talks about how back when he was writing this book and interviewing all of these successful people, there was a guy that people would hire to just contemplate on things. And they would hire this guy to contemplate on things. And you could say that in today's terms, this guy was like an intuitive mentor. And this guy would contemplate on things for these successful people and bring them clarity. And so people would hire other people to bring them clarity. So that just shows how important clarity is to your success. Dana says, clarity is important for our direction. It's important to stay on course for the most part and not get distracted from the goal. Yeah, totally. And so what gets you distracted? So without clarity, you tend to overthink, make impulsive decisions, take impulsive action. We were just talking about that today in the inner circle, about now is a time to take the leap and take massive action, but don't be impulsive about it. Like, stay grounded and centered and clear and allow yourself to work from your gut, right? So without clarity, we tend to take impulsive action, and also failure to anticipate. If your mind is clouded with limiting beliefs and emotions like fear, anger, and doubt, then you're not going to see what's coming. You're going to get blindsided and thrown off course. And, I don't know what the specific percentage is now, but what is it? 10% of businesses make it past 5 years or something. So what is the difference between those 10% and the 90%? And part of it is clarity. This is something that, some of the most successful people in the world make a priority, is to learn how to gain clarity. And we're going to talk about how to do this in a couple days on Thursday. So without clarity, you're overthinking, you make impulsive decisions, take impulsive action, failure to anticipate. So that's pretty risky, right? It's not what you want to do if you are committed to fulfilling your mission and your vision and growing your business. That's the fastest way to failure, is overthinking, impulsive action, impulsive decision making, and failure to anticipate. That's how businesses go under. With clarity, decisions are made from a clear mind and a clear gut, meaning you know exactly what to do. There's no hesitation, there's no doubt. And your gut, you're getting messages, you're getting confirmation from all over the place. You're getting it from your instincts. There's that small voice inside that says to you, this is right, this is it, go do that now. But if your mind is clouded by limiting beliefs, then those limiting beliefs are going to be a louder voice than the small voice in your gut and in your heart that's telling you to go for it. So if your beliefs are not in alignment with what you're trying to do, it's going to cause this like static in your mind, and it's going to cloud your vision so that you won't get the clear message showing you which way to go, how fast to go, and you know what to do next, because you have all that inside of you. And when you're not in alignment and when you don't have that clear mind, you're not going to get the directions or the accurate directions. When you have a clear mind, when you have this clarity, you're going to have access to a higher level of creativity. And in business, you have to be creative. You have to be innovative. Otherwise, it's going to be boring and no one's going to pay attention, and it's going to be old news. You have to stay innovative if you want to keep moving forward, if you want to keep growing. So it's so important to stay clear. And when you don't have the level of creativity that it takes to, you know, be innovative and relevant, then you might find yourself looking around like, what's everybody else doing? What's the next best thing? And you start looking at tactics versus strategy, and you're not able to see that big picture. But when you have clarity, it all comes into place. You get to see the whole thing, that panoramic view. When you have clarity, you see opportunities. When your mind is clouded by the limiting beliefs and those built up emotions, it clouds your vision and you do not see the opportunities that are right there in front of you. There are amazing opportunities in front of you right now. And if you're not seeing them and you feel like you're stuck, then it's because you don't have the clarity to see what's in front of you. It's like if I take off my glasses, you know, what I see in front of me is like this big blurry mess, right? I can see like some different shapes and colors, but I don't see what I'm looking for. And so all I have to do is pick up my glasses and put them on. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, there it is, right there. I was looking at it the whole time. I put on my lenses and it's right there. And I have certainty in it, because when I take my glasses off, it's like I can assume that's what I'm looking for. I can assume that I found it, or I could assume that like maybe it's not. You know, I can make assumptions, but I don't actually know. And what happens when you lose your certainty in your business? You start to question yourself and you start to doubt yourself, and you lose your courage, and you start to stall and procrastinate, and you stop growing. And what happens when you stop growing? You're dying. You're either growing or dying. So let's get our glasses back on and see things for what they really are. And that's what we talked about yesterday with what clarity is. It's the ability to see the reality without distorting it, without any distortion, without any negative or positive distortion. And when you can see the reality, like what is actually in front of you, then you have the power to project a positive vision. But if you're not seeing exactly what's in front of you, all decisions are made by assumptions. And the assumptions are made by your belief system and by your emotional state. So what sounds like a more solid place to run your business from when you are seeing the reality and you're in your power to project your positive vision, or when you're basing everything on assumptions because you're not actually seeing? Like right now, if I were to excuse me, if I were to try to drive like this, I would probably kill somebody, because I'd have to assume like, okay, that blob looks like maybe a sign, but it's actually a person, or that blob looks like maybe a big plant, but it's actually a car, or maybe I didn't even see that blob go right past me, right? How many of you can relate to that? So basically, clarity is so important for business because it allows us to make decisions with a clear mind. It allows us to make decisions without overthinking, without impulsive action, and we have the ability to accurately anticipate what's coming because we don't have anything distorting our vision. So what do you think? Is that helpful for you guys? Does that make sense?